Good afternoon, everyone. We're going to start in just a moment. Thank you all for logging in and being on time. Give us just a few minutes to make sure everyone is here, and then we'll go ahead and get started. All right. Well, good afternoon again. Thank each and every one of you for being on today. Welcome to our CATE virtual parent night, uh, an open house for everyone who is on today. Uh, we are excited about what's going on in the CATE building. We are very excited about the future and what that holds for us. And we're going to allow time now for our new director to come and to introduce himself, Mr. A.P. Johnson.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Anderson, for having me. I would also like to thank everyone, parents, staff, all the members that work with us that come every day and do the extra things that we need to ensure our students are getting the very best that they can. Uh, the career and technical education is a vital component of Memorial High School curriculum. For many of the students, it represents as a much third of their high school experience. It's also a critical component in meeting the needs of students' academic achievement. Uh, the career exploration, career preparation, and leadership development. Successful transition to post-secondary education, work, and or military is one of the goals of our PASD Career Center. Uh, Today, our teachers will share with you some of our vital information about their classes, their certification each student can earn upon graduation. Should you have any questions, you can reach us. Feel free to contact us here at our school, the Korean Technical Center. But like I say, once again, we have a great staff here that's willing to do anything to make our students become successful, and just have a great relationship with our students here during this trying time. So once again, I appreciate all sending your kids to us first, and I also appreciate you guys visiting with us right now. Thank you, Mr. Anderson.
All right. Thank you, A.P. Johnson, for that. And thank you for taking on the task of taking over our building this year. We are excited about what you're going to do and what you have already begun doing here in this department on this campus. Do we have Dr. Mitchell on? Is Dr. Mitchell on? Let me see real quick. Okay, I don't see Dr. Mitchell at this point, so let's go ahead and switch now to our hard-working counselor who's going to come and give us a few words. Ms. Fontenot.
Good afternoon. There's no such thing as a few words for a counselor. I'd like to give you a little history about our program. Let's go all the way back to middle school. The state requires that a career assessment be given to 7th and 8th graders. We make sure in 7th and 8th grade, they take the CATE tests. At that time, in order to gear them for a vocational track or academic track, we also look at the personalized graduation plan and their 4-year plans as well. At this time, it is very important if you have anyone in the 8th grade that they make sure that they are planning their 4-year plans correctly, that they're having 9 classes per year. At that time, they get an idea exactly what track they would like to go into. Once they get to the 10th grade, they could go into the principal classes. Our principal class is the introduction. After that point, we go into our classes, the counselors go into the classes, I go behind them as well, and we talk about the Career and Technical Center. Here we talk about all the different programs, the 13 programs of study, and the 16 career paths that we do offer. We are very fortunate in Port Arthur ISD to have the state-of-the-art program under the guidance of Dr. Glenn Mitchell and Mr. Johnson as well. Once they get into the 11th grade, once they get in 10th grade, they decide their career path that they would like to go into. We schedule them once they've been accepted. That student must apply for the program. Once they have been accepted, they are placed in 11th grade. At that point, they do the theory class. After the 11th grade and they're successful, we go into the 12th grade, which is the practicum class. Also, these students are geared from the time they get to 11th grade to make sure they start working on certification as well. We are very fortunate. We have 3 Lamar State College programs at this time. We have the welding program where they come out with a level 1 certificate. We have the computer drafting program where they come out with a level 1 certificate. This year, we implemented 10th graders. We're going over to Lamar State College Technical Institute, and they're working on the HVAC program, which Dr. Mitchell and Mr. Johnson has implemented to start an HVAC program on our campus next school year. Thank you very much. If there's anything that I could possibly do to assist you, please feel free to give me a call. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Fontenot. You know, she's in everything and she is very capable, and we are glad to have her working alongside of us. She keeps us focused and really zoomed in on exactly what we need to be doing. So we appreciate her and her hard work. I was told that we have Dr. Mitchell who is here. So we're going to allow him to come at this time and to give us some greetings.
Thank you so very much, Dr. Anderson. I appreciate the introduction. Thank you to Mr. A.P. Johnson, who is the coordinator and the main stem of this career and technical ed program. I offer you greetings from the Memorial High School campus and welcome you to this open house event. It is such an esteemed pleasure for me to be able to share with you some of the highlights that these fine people have been able to provide for the students of the Port Arthur Independent Schools. We offer, and I'm not bragging about this, but I guess I've always been told that when you know you're the best, when you have the best, you do the best. And this by far is probably the best vocational program in Southeast Texas, and I would compare it to any vocational program in the country. The skills that the young people are able to obtain from this program are so overwhelmingly outstanding because the people that are here have all been tried and tested with the skills and the knowledge set that they will need to have to prepare these young people for any vocation in the country. As we look at offering many of the offerings that we have at the Career and Technical Program, I would certainly say that on behalf of the Superintendent of Schools and the members of the Board of Education, this program would share with us, this city, some of the most talented skills that are ever presented to young people to be able to go forth and to sell themselves to an employer as to having some of the finest quality of workmanship that's available. With the career courses that are offered here, I would say that we would be able to maintain a city the size of Port Arthur with the skill sets that have been provided right here at Memorial High School Career and Technical part of the program. We try to offer at least one certification per subject area and more, many more, if the opportunity presents itself. With the skill sets that we present here, we would certainly say that our youngsters are very well prepared as they move out into the skill sets that would represent fine craftsmanship that would be developed. Because of House Bill 3, one of the new elements of legislation that's brought forth for us that maintains an element of balance that makes sure that all of our youngsters are having one of the skills that would be needed for success upon graduation. The career part of this part of House Bill 3 sanctions having a skill, having a license, having some sort of approval to say that you are eligible to go out into the community and at least have a step above many of the personnel that would be available outside of this offering. The House Bill 3 and the CCMR, the College Career and Career Readiness, are parts that we would know that a youngster who's a part of this operation under the leadership of Kevin Johnson would certainly be able to say that they are well-trained, skillfully praised, and are aggressively engaged in being able to handle any operation that's outside of this area. So for that, we welcome you to this Career and Technical Open House. We're certainly appreciative of your taking the time out of your busy schedules to be with us. And we ask that you would continue to support and engage all of the professionals that are here. Some 26 professional operations are intact. If youngsters were to take advantage of all that they would have to offer here, we would not only oil the world, but we would own the city. Thank you so very much, and we look forward to seeing you with this endeavor. Enjoy the day. Thank you, Dr. Anderson.
Thank you, Dr. Mitchell. He's never at a loss for words. It's great to have great leadership, and we have two of the greatest leaders possible that are helping us out as we try to do what seems to be very, very difficult. That is to hybrid teach on this year. We would love to have had all of you to come down and to view our campus and to take a look at what's going on here. But because of the situation, we're unable to do that. So we're glad that technology does exist where we don't have to just leave you out there in the dark, but you are able to view virtually. So we thank you for that. Now, during this presentation, you're going to see a number of videos. These videos have been pre-recorded. These videos are from years gone by. And in those videos, it will show our students working, and those students will not be wearing masks. Those students will not be socially distancing. But what I want you to know is this did not happen this year. This year, we have all of the safety precautions in place. We have all of the mask wearing and social distancing. All of those protocols are in place. So please be mindful of the videos that you will see. They have been previously recorded at least a year or so ago. Also, in some of the videos, you're going to see instructors from days gone by. Some videos will not have the current instructors in them, but the video does depict exactly what's going on in our classes, in our classrooms, so that your young people and you will know exactly what we offer and what we have going on. Thank you so much for that. Now, this was not planned, but my class just happens to be first. So let me go ahead and introduce myself again. My name is Daryl Anderson. I am the computer maintenance teacher here at the Memorial CATE Center. In our class, we start off in the 10th grade now. We teach robotics. In the 11th grade year, we teach computer maintenance. And in our senior year, we teach networking. In this particular class, there's an opportunity for you to receive 3 certifications. You can receive a certification your junior year in Windows operating system, and you can receive 2 certifications your senior year, one in networking, Network Pro, and the other one, the MTA Networking Essentials. We are excited this year because this is our first year having our robotics program, and the program is taking off. It is full. Those kids come on campus and they love it. And we're just glad to have the opportunity to work with such wonderful kids. Now, I've been doing this. I've been in this field for over 20 years. I've been successful as an entrepreneur, and I bring all of that to the classroom. And at this time, we're going to show a short video. of what goes on in our class.
The computer maintenance program prepares students to enter a career in computer support as part of an information technology team. Students will learn to diagnose and solve computer problems, upgrade computer systems, properly install computer components, and maintain computers in a Windows or network environment. Students gain necessary skills to become support, service, bench, or help desk technicians.
The reason why I enrolled in this class is because I had a desire into working into IT field for the armed services. And I believe this class is preparing me everything I need to know as a stepping stone for until I go out and become an IT technician.
All right, thank you so much for that video. At this time, if we do have anyone on that may actually have a question, I'm not seeing any that are listed here, but if you have any questions, I will pause for about 30 seconds to allow someone to ask a question about our program. While we're doing it, I will say this, also in this class, we go above and beyond. We don't just do what's required. We also do things that we know our kids need to be able to do out in the field. So we do teach how to work with the 3D printers. We do teach how to work with drones. We do teach a little coding and programming. And of course, we teach entrepreneurship. And one of the biggest things we teach that really needed is printer servicing and repair. So we teach that all in our class. So we're just glad to be here and have the opportunity to work with such great individuals. Well, if there'll be no questions, we'll move on to our next teacher, Mr. Chad Bellord.
Got me? All right. Yeah, I'm Chad Bellard. I am the precision metal manufacturing teacher. This is my 23rd year at Port Arthur ISD. Before coming here, I worked as a machinist for about 12 years. In this class, the goal is to prepare students for work. They can go to work as a machinist, a millwright. We also teach programming. The way we achieve this goal is by doing projects. The projects are built on machine tools such as the bandsaw, milling machine, the engine lathe. We also teach production manufacturing, which is done on the CNC milling machine, CNC milling centers, lathe. In order to run these machines, the students need to learn CAD/CAM software is how we program these machines. So there's an opportunity for people who like programming. It's like I said, a CAD/CAM, so very user friendly. But they learn the coding for the language for the machines. And so if somebody's interested in production work, that's a wide open field in this area. Also, we teach maintenance, which would be in the millwright area. It's these local industry, the chemical plants and refineries. There's most of the work out there is keeping those things running, which is repair work, and we train kids how to do that kind of work. In order to be able to operate the machines I spoke of, they have to, in order to make the parts, we have to learn how to read engineering blueprints. We have to use specialty measuring tools. And let's see. all the projects we make, all the material supplied for the kids, their PPE is supplied. So all they need is the desire to learn, the desire to be ready to go to work when they graduate. That's the goal of this class. So at the end of the 2 years, I tell my kids that this is like going to college. So you graduate from high school, it's like you went to college after you get through this program. So and also we offer certification in it's through the National Center for Construction Education Research, NCCER. That it gives you a step above in the construction industry, and it's the construction industry around here is that's the people who are contracted to do the repair work for the local refineries and chemical plants. So you get that certification, and that gets you your foot in the door. You're above a lot of people that are trying to apply for these jobs. So plus being from Port Arthur gives them a leg up also. So and that's about it. Precision Metal Manufacturing is a 2-year program that prepares students to enter the workforce in the machine trades industry. Students will learn manual machining operations on the lathe, mill, and drill press. Instruction will include practices in work habits, career goals, blueprint reading, mathematics, measurement, and safety. Machine practices learned will include CNC cutting and heat treating.
I like precision metal manufacturing because it's something I'm not used to doing and it's hands-on.
Okay, at this time, anyone have any questions for Mr. Bellor? Again, I'm not seeing any here on the YouTube. We thank you so much, Mr. Bellor, for your presentation on today and the hard work you continue to do for our kids. At this time, we will hear from Ms. Bias, our marketing teacher. Unmute yourself, Ms. Bias.
All right, Zoom. Okay, I forgot to unmute my mic, so I'll start over. Hello, everyone. My name is Ms. Bias, Yolanda Bias. I have been teaching now for 10 years, and this will be my 6th year teaching here at Port Arthur ISD. I currently hold a bachelor's in marketing, and I am currently working on my master's in marketing. I have worked several industries prior to coming to teaching. I've been in the banking field, automotive finance, collection, customer service, human resource, insurance, management, marketing, of course, and then last but not least, sales. For my program, I have 2 classes that I teach. Well, not my only class, but as far as marketing classes that I teach an entrepreneurship class and a marketing practicum class. In the entrepreneurship class, it's typically juniors, and these students will learn the skills that are effective for organizing, developing, creating, and managing a business. This course includes business management, entrepreneurship, communication, interpersonal skills, economics, and professional development foundation. The students will also earn what is known as the Texas Tech Center for Financial Responsibility Personal Financial Certification. This certification kind of validates the knowledge and skills pertaining to credit cards, loans, retirements, investments, and mortgages. With my marketing practicum students, the students will learn marketing concepts and principles in the classroom and how to apply them in a workplace. While in class, students will gain a working knowledge of marketing functions such as selling, marketing management, career exploration, advertising, customer service skills, marketing mathematics, and post-secondary options. Students will also have the opportunity to earn what is known as the Express Employment Professional Career Preparedness Certification. This certification sort of acknowledges that the students have the skills pertaining to education and training, job application techniques, interviewing techniques, personal and professional development, and workplace regulations and standards. So with both programs, students are able to be better equipped going, if not to college, but into the workforce. And that's all I have at this time. If you have any questions for me. Okay.
All right, I'm not seeing any questions listed for you, Ms. Bias. Thank you so much for all that you do and continue to do to help our kids. That program is a very, very, very important program, and I love the way that you're restructuring and forming that, and we look for great things to come out of that program. Thank you so much. All right, at this time, we will move to our VOE practicum, Ms. Buchanan.
Good afternoon. I'm Gretchen Buchanan. I'm a graduate of the University of Houston, where I earned a Bachelor's of Science degree in Distributive Business Education. I'm a certified teacher, and I have been with Port Arthur Independent School District for 17 years. I am the Vocational Office Education Coordinator, more commonly known as VOE. In essence, this course is a lab or practicum, and a practicum in business management is designed to give senior students, supervised practical application of previously studied knowledge and skills. Practicum experiences occur in a paid arrangement within the school district parameters. That means students are placed on jobs within the school district or with some of our partners, and they are trained or orientated in different areas of office education. They're able to implement their personal and interpersonal skills to strengthen their individual performance in the workplace and in society, and hopefully to make a successful transition from school to post-secondary education or the workforce. The current plan for this program is to ensure that students become certifiable in the Microsoft Office suite with a concentration right now as a Microsoft Word specialist, and we will move from Word to Excel to PowerPoint, just depending on the length of time that we have. Any questions?
All right, thank you, Miss B, for that presentation. Don't see any questions here for you, so it looks like you're going to get off the hook yet again. We thank you so much for all that you do. You know you do so much around here, and we appreciate you so very much. All right, next we have health science. Now, health science, we have 3 different instructors for health science. So what we're going to do is I'm going to introduce all 3 of them. They will come and give their introductions and talk about their program together. So we have Miss Regina Cole, Miss Menard, and Miss Rubin, health science. Miss Cole, Miss Menard, Miss Rubin.
Okay. Good evening, everybody. I'm Miss Cole, and I'm one of the health science teachers here at Memorial. I teach the 10th grade principles of health science class, which is basically just an introduction into the medical field. getting kids kind of interested to see if they truly want to go into the medical field. And the 11th grade class is our theory class, in which I also teach. Those are students who are really serious about having some kind of medical background. And the senior class is our practicum class, which I co-teach with Mrs. Menard, who is the director of the CNA class. I have over 30 plus years in the health science field. I started as an LVN for 6 years, and I've been an RN for 24 years. I've worked in various fields such as nursing homes, I've did home health, and I've worked in probably every department that's not a specialty in the hospital setting. I've only been this is my second year in the CATE building, and as of July of last year, I am now as a certified teacher. I'm gonna introduce you to Ms. Menard. She'll be up next to talk to you, and she's the director of the CNA program.
Good afternoon. My name is Barbara Menard. I am a registered nurse. I am a health science teacher here at Memorial High School and also the program director for the CNA program. I come to you with 25 years of experience as a nurse, of which I have thoroughly enjoyed. I hope to transfer that knowledge to my students as well. It is a pleasure to be a part of the Memorial staff. Here at Memorial, we educate our students to an array of healthcare information. The students receive information on long-term care. They receive information on nurse aid roles, safety, infection control, emergency situations, resident rights, communication, personal care skills, restorative services, and healthcare. With this, we hope that the students will obtain a job in the community to give back. They get a certification as a certified nurse assistant. Upon the completion of the program, they have 2 years. They can have it in their 11th and their 12th grade year. The 10th grade year is basically an introduction so that they can decide where they hope to be. Our students job shadow some of Port Arthur's finest at our local hospitals, also our long-term care nursing homes, and our Port Arthur Independent School District. Due to the shortage, our students are afforded the opportunity to go to work immediately upon completion of the program because of the pandemic. So a lot of our students from last year upon completion with just a little certificate from our school were able to help out in the community and bring health care to those in need. We currently have hired another nurse, Ms. Rhonda Rubin, which I will introduce to you shortly. Ms. Rubin.
Good afternoon. My name is Rhonda Rubin, and this is my first year here at Memorial High School in the technology department, where I teach the sophomores. I teach the sophomores and the juniors health occupation. This year, what we are doing is getting the students prepared to be certified nursing assistants. And in that, we team teach to make sure that all the students have a variety of knowledge so that when they get ready to go and take the test, they will pass the test and be well equipped to be certified nursing assistants. For as personal, I've been a nurse for 20 years and I have a few hobbies that I have. I am a wonderful, fantastic basketball and volleyball official that I've been doing for about 25 years, what I truly love. I'm I am in the community. I love doing volunteer and to just being active in the community. and it is an honor to be here employed with Memorial High School in the Healthcare Occupational Department. Thank you.
The health science course focuses on careers in planning, managing, and providing health care. This program provides students with opportunities to explore a variety of health careers and make realistic and satisfying career choices. Whether a student is skilled in scientific research, clinical laboratory procedures, written and verbal communication skills, or is skilled in caring for people, career options are available to match their individual interests and abilities. The instructional content for this course includes but are not limited to therapeutic services, diagnostic services, health services, support services, and biotechnology research and development.
What I learned in this class is how to take blood pressures, do bed baths, and do respiration. These skills are going to help me prepare for college and in the real world.
Because of our skill contract, we get to visit different places like the nursing home, hospitals, and elementary schools, and that's some of the things that will help us in life.
All right. Thank the nurses for their presentation. Again, we have afforded time for Q&A for everyone, but I don't see any questions being posted on our live feed. So let's just continue to move on. They do such a wonderful job. They work real hard and they work well together. You don't know who is the main teacher. They just all get in there and do what they need to do. And we are very grateful for them. Next on the list, we have our automotive teacher, Mr. Fontenot.
Good afternoon. I'm Mr. Danny Fontenot. I teach automotive technology here at the CATE at the Memorial High School campus. Let me give you a little bit of information about my classes. I teach automotive 1. It's basically for the journals. It's an introduction to all the various aspects of automotive technology. I basically get identification program. I will prepare the students to enter the 12th grade. The same with automotive 2. I try to teach them in advance mode. They'll learn how to use automotive scanners on board diagnostic systems that all the vehicles today have. Everything is operated by electronics. They have to connect the scanner to the diagnostic ports. We're able to identify whether or not all the codes and valid codes or some are what we call soft and some are hard or codes. They learn that. They also learn different methods of resetting some of the technology of the vehicles. Each different car is different from Chevrolet, different from a America or a Lincoln. One background about myself is I've been working on cars all my life, really since 14 years of age. By the time I was 18, most people say I was just as a 40-year-old man working in the shop. And I went to the Navy for 4 years, that came out, and I worked with 3 dealerships in the area, in the Golden Triangle, and I worked in one dealership in the Orange County area. After that, I decided I had to work for myself, so I opened up 4 automotive and transmission repair. And I've been that for 30 years. The automotive industry, right now, the institute is referred to as the Institute for Automotive Service Excellence. They're really put that by saying ASE. And there are 8 automotive areas require last year certification. I've been last year ASE certified technician for over 30 years. I've also hold 2 other certifications, one in advanced drivability and one automotive body collision and air finishing. And going for our program, COVID has really caused everyone across the nation and schools a lot of problems. I've been trying to do things differently. A lot of department here. We're taking this opportunity to do a lot of remodeling in the shop, which are really replacing and repairing the local equipment. we're trying to bring things in 2021 era. With a better appearance and the students get better opportunity to develop skill sets that they can use. And one thing about automotive career is that most people work for themselves in the leadership or the leadership is like a contract labor individual, really. And they're responsible for their own place, including their own work area. So that's one thing that help the lifestyle and see a clear environment, not a technical environment. I've had our students in the past that graduated and gone to the National Technical Institute of Western. That's an automotive college. And it's a pretty good institute. I've had some leave from there and very successful. One recent student here, I believe 2 years ago, he left that and he got accepted to the Porsche School in Atlanta, Georgia. And that's a 6-month school. And they did that. They're very, very good. In fact, I think he got a top 5 in his class. He's now working for a Porsche dealership in Austin, Texas. And he's very good. I also have one individual that's going on to diesel taking Arizona for a big, I think a Freightliner company there. So kids can come here and pick up a lot. And they really want to apply themselves, the sky's the limit. And I like to see them all learn, because it makes me happy to see people acquire life skill sets and then leave with efficient and accurately. And on certification for the kids, we try and get them to get the same thing that I have, not all 8, but entry level into either light repair or into the visual certification. And also, there's a lot of maybe incorporated work certification for those who don't feel like they are ready for the engine part of it. And that's about all I have to say. And thank you for watching.
The Automotive Technology Program provides training and experience in the principles of automotive diagnosis and repair. Students in this program use computerized test equipment to diagnose charging, ignition, fuel injection, and computerized engine control systems. Students taking this course will learn both basic and advanced technical skills and essential worker traits to secure and retain employment in the automotive and related fields.
This is automotive technology, and I chose this class because it really makes me happy working on cars. I like transmissions, engines, all kinds. Well, this class helps me a lot because in the future I'm going to ETI. It's starting in August, so this thing is getting me prepared for college.
All right, thank you, Mr. Fontenot, teaching the kids the skills to be successful in automotive industry. I know that industry changes just as much as computers does, because they're all computer based now, and it takes a lot to keep up with them. So thank you for your diligence. Next, we will hear from NJROTC, Chief Fulbright and Chief Martin.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Chief Martin. I'm the SNSI for the NJROTC program here at Memorial High School. Basically, what we do is prepare kids for college or armed services. Depends on the path that they want to take at that time. We mostly teach oceanography, navigation by the stars, orienteering. We go to drill meets, teach the kids how to march. Also, we have been leading Memorial High School the last few years for scholarships. We've been averaging each kid $303,000, and maybe 8 to 10 kids a year going on to military service and receiving those scholarship opportunities. Also, we have CNC Fulbright that also we co-teach a lot of programs. A lot of kids come to us with the interest of talking about technology and military, or maybe even nursing programs or other jobs that they're interested in. Every profession that you have in the Navy, you have in industry, or you have in the regular world, because when you're on a ship, you have to have everything is self-contained. We don't have to go out and do anything. We have a hospital, we have barbershops, we have storekeepers, we have everything that you have to have here to do day-to-day life. We also prepare kids for SAT, SAT, TSI, any test that they may need to go to college or to technical training. Any questions about NJROTC?
I believe we have a video.
The mission of Naval Junior ROTC is to develop citizens of character, dedicated to serving their nation and community. The goal of the program is to instill in high school cadets the values of citizenship, service to the United States, personal responsibility, and a sense of accomplishment. The program educates and trains high school cadets in citizenship, promotes community service, instills responsibility, character, and self-discipline.
The reason why I joined NJROTC was because I plan on joining the Navy after I graduate high school. I believe that this program will polish my leadership skills and prepare me for the future.
All right. Thank you, Chief Martin and Chief Fulbright, for that presentation. We know what it takes. We watch what y'all do back there, and kids have to really be dedicated to the cause to make it through and make it to the service. So thank you for your dedication and support to those individuals. I've watched you over and over try to help kids do what's necessary to pass those tests, those requirements to get in there, and that's not overlooked. So we thank you for everything that you do. At this time, we will have Ms. Goss in Culinary Arts. Ms. Goss.
Sorry, I am muted. I am so sorry. I'm going to share my screen with you. One of the things the district is striving to do is to meet the needs of virtual learners. And one of the strategies that I chose for my classroom it's called flipping your classroom. It's where you pre-record your content, and that way the students have access to it 24/7. So, and with the schedules that we have these days, we need that. So I'm going to share my screen. Good afternoon and welcome to the Culinary Arts presentation. My name is Jean Goss and I teach Culinary Arts at Memorial High School. This sequence of courses is Principles of Hospitality for the sophomores, Culinary Arts for the juniors, and Culinary Arts Practicum for the seniors, where our motto is community-minded and ready to serve. The certifications that are included, the sophomores are able to obtain certification for OSHA's 10-hour general industry. The juniors are eligible for Serve-Safe food handler, and the seniors are able to obtain certification for Serve-Safe manager. We focus on great food, and serving up great food includes serving it safely, especially in this current environment of COVID restrictions. The students are preparing waffles here in the hospitality class, and then the picture on the left is the students practicing their knife skills, which we used potatoes, and they turned their potatoes into garlic mashed potatoes, hash browns, and baked fries after they practiced their knife cuts. There is a project for every class. The hospitality class does one called Touring Texas. We take Texas parks and wildlife regions and divide them up in groups. The students research everything about them, and for a finished product, you can see here on the wall, we display a huge state of Texas divided up in those regions, and those students have obtained brochures through their research, and they attach the brochures to their areas. They learn a lot about the hospitality industry that way. The juniors do a project called Chef Talk. It's culinary arts students choose a chef of their choice to research and focus to learn their techniques, career path, and cuisine styles. The project for the senior class this year, we have chose food trucks. There's a lot of food trucks and opportunities to own food trucks in our area. So not everything is doom and gloom, because even with so many restaurants closing and limited access, the food trucks are an amazing opportunity for students to learn how to go into business for themselves. The food trucks provide regional food, and a lot of times they'll throw out a couple of chairs there. You've got that environment out in the open, and don't have to worry about everything social distanced and ventilated. So that's what they're going to focus on. Our brainchild for a collaborative project, and all three classes are in this, is called Cafe 120. We're very proud of this. This was chosen by the students last year, and it was their idea because PAISD is celebrating 120 years. As you can see on the wall here, we actually was able to get a picture of every superintendent we've ever had. And so they're displayed on the wall. We changed the interior. Now, as you can see right now, it's kind of set up in social distancing to accommodate students in this environment, but we hope to pick it up as soon as things let up. And that, hope you enjoyed this presentation. And I did choose to do it in this manner so you could see how we have a flipped classroom, and that is instruction is provided up front through videos that are posted on YouTube, and the students are able to access them at any time, not just that one time that you lecture in class. This accommodates our virtual students. So thank you so much for coming, and we appreciate you. Good afternoon.
Sorry, let me turn that off so you don't have to hear it again. Sorry.
Let me go ahead and take my mask off.
Let me go back, share screen so I can. Okay, all righty. So if anybody has any questions, I'll be glad to answer them. All righty.
All right, thank you, Ms. Goss. We don't see any questions being posted. We thank you so much for your hard work, and we can't wait till the food starts flowing out of there so we can be the testers. Thank you so much for all that you do. Next, we are going to hear from Ms. Jones. Ms. Jones is our BIM teacher. Ms. Jones.
Good afternoon to everyone. I am the Business Information Management 2 instructor, and I also teach business English. Previously, for the last 12 years, I taught Introduction to Business as well as a finance course. I have over 20 years in the business industry, as well as being an entrepreneur myself. I hope to bring to this program the skills that I have and to show my students how important it is to understand and to learn and to have the Microsoft Office skills and how important it is in the workplace. I have taught Microsoft Office as an adjunct instructor at Lamar Institute of Technology. And with that experience, I bring that to this classroom to again show my students how important it is to learn and master Microsoft Office. And that's all I have. Does anyone have any questions? Students will be able to get a certification in Microsoft Office at the end of this course. Microsoft Office is the dominant software used in most business organizations. So having that certification will make them more employable.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Ms. Jones, for that information, and thank you for working with our juniors. We know that's a transitional grade, even though it shouldn't be, but we thank you for them, preparing them for what they will do their senior year. At this time, we're going to hear from Mr. Juarez, Collision Repair. Mr. Juarez.
Hello, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Mr. Alejandro Juarez. I'm the auto collision and refinishing instructor here. I've been teaching this class for 16 years. I'm a product actually of Stillwell. I went to the same program when I was in high school, and I have had the privilege to become the instructor here for this course. So I do understand where the students, when they graduate, what they have and what they want and what they want to learn. So it's helped me out a lot here. So my background is I graduated from Stillwell. I went to Wild Tech Technical Institute, and also I went to a BMW STEP program for 4 years. So that's my background. Here, the students, we try to teach the students the entry level things that there need to be required in order, to work in the collision repair field. Most of the things, we start with safety, tools, parts removal and installation, metal repair, plastic repair, welding, masking, and paint prep and refinishing. That's what it's covered throughout 2 years on this class or on this course. The plans for our program is basically to stay updated with whatever technologies are coming in. One of the technologies that has been implemented or is being used is the waterborne paint system. And last year I was able to acquire that system. So that's something that the students are going to be working on with waterborne paint system. And another thing that's being used a lot now, it's aluminum. So that's another thing that I have to start working on to do aluminum repair. That's one of the new technologies that are coming out. It's been out, but it's being used more and more. In this program too, when the students graduate, they have a certification called ICAR, and basically it trains the technicians in the collision repair industry. It was founded, or it was formed to educate workers on the proper way to repair vehicles. So it's a program that they go through. They take about 24 online classes, and basically they learn the fundamentals of collision repair. So when they have this certification, it helps them out a lot to go directly into the workforce. Straight from high school, they can actually go to a repair shop. I got students basically in every shop right now. If you go to any shop, most of them have graduated from Stillwell at one point or another. I got students that become managers, that become shop owners. I got students that are actually working in the refineries, in the paint side. So it's a well program for students. It's also required for them to join in this classes. Make sure that they're able to follow directions. Make sure that they're passing all their core classes. And one of the things in order to get in this program is they must enjoy working on cars. That's one of the main things. So it's a pretty well program that we've had, and it's been beneficial to pretty much everybody, all the students. So that's all I have. And if there's any questions, we'll answer them.
Thank you, Mr. Juarez. I thought we had a video. Oh, here it comes.
So it's all about restoration for us. We use advanced equipment and techniques found in professional auto collision repair shops to prepare for a career in the world of collision repair and refinishing. If you're interested in this class, you will learn how to work, prepare, paint, and refinish vehicle surfaces in this well-equipped shop. You will also have opportunities to work on vehicles that were damaged due to an accident and reconstruct them back to pre-accident conditions.
When I was a little child, I would watch my dad work with cars in the automotive field. I feel that taking this course will prepare me for classes at Universal Technical Institute.
All right, again, we thank you, Mr. Juarez, for that presentation. We know that your program has been very successful for years, and we just hope that you continue to keep up the good work and keep that same energy that you have been displaying. And of course, keep those tamales coming. Hint, hint. This time, we're going to move to our engineering and design, Mr. Lamson. Mr. Lamson.
Mr. Lamson, unmute your mic.
This is Ms. Cole. Can I help you? Oh, I'm sorry.
I believe Mr. Lamson has his mic muted. So.
You're right. I didn't unmute, did I?
Here we go. All right.
Yeah. All right. Good deal. My name is Mr. Lamson. I am the engineering and design teacher here at the CATE building. What we do here, the 2 years they'll be here, I'll basically be teaching drafting. What drafting is where we teach the students how to draw things that need to be built. Anything and everything that's ever been built starts with a drawing. The 4 disciplines I teach are mechanical drafting, architectural drafting, piping drafting, and structural drafting. During their 2 years, they'll be enrolled with Lamar Port Arthur. And if they finish the full 2 years, they'll get a 1-year certificate from Lamar Port Arthur in computer-aided drafting. Along with that, my experience is I graduated from Lamar Port Arthur with a bachelor's degree in industrial technology, and I'm completing my 33rd year this year. So along with that, I think it's a good course, and I'll be glad to take any questions.
The Engineering Design and Presentation program is an excellent hands-on preparation for students interested in the architectural design and drafting. Topics for this course include styles, construction, design of floor plans, elevations, foundations, electrical, plumbing, heating, kitchens, lot and plot plans. Students will be involved in the actual design of buildings that could potentially be built. Work in this course is done entirely on the computer using AutoCAD software.
I decided to take this engineering design and presentation course because I'm very interested in architectural drafting. Mr. Lamson is a great instructor and has provided me with the tools to go on and be successful in college.
Okay, any questions for Mr. Lamson? All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Lamson, for that tenure and your professionalism. Sometimes we don't even know Mr. Lamson is here, but he produces some of the best kids that we have coming out of this CATE building. We thank you so much for all that you continue to do. Now we will have audio and video production. Ms. Sanders.
Construction technology. Okay, well, they kind of threw me off for a bit because I actually have Eddie Patton next. So
Ms. Sanders, that's fine. I have no problem stepping in, no problem.
I am not Miss Sanders. My name is Eddie Patton. I am the teacher of construction technology here in the CATE building at Memorial High School. And in my opinion, the best class that ties into the rest of these outstanding classes that we have in the program. I believe I'm one of the cream of the crop here, and I love what I do. Thank you so much for this opportunity to brag on what the students are doing here in the construction technology class. I do teach construction technology. I have the luxury of being able to teach several different trades in this particular field because it's a broad general spectrum of trades that I can teach in this program. I've been in the electrical field for 24 years. I hold the Master Electrician license by the TDLR. I also have been working in the construction field for 24 years. And so I do have a lot of experience working in the field, both industrial as well as residential and commercial for our students. And the programs that we teach them is Principles of Construction, which they attain at the 10th grade level. And then, of course, when they get in the 11th grade, they get into Construction Technology 1, where they're learning the NCCER program. And that acronym means National Center for Construction Education and Research. Very important certification that they receive at the 11th grade year to work in the plants. This is a national recognized program that our students are learning while they're still in high school. So it's a wonderful opportunity for them to learn that in the 11th grade. Once they receive that certification, should they desire to continue where they learn core curriculum, as a 12th grader, they'll have the opportunity to learn from the IBEW union as an electrician, whereby they can continue. If they should decide to be an electrician, they'll get their first year of a 5-year program while they're still in high school to have the opportunity to become an electrician as well. So those are only two of the many opportunities that our class will allow our students to get while they're still in school. Of course, while they're going through that core curriculum of the NCCER, they're also learning OSHA 10, which many of you may be aware of if you work in the petrochemical, industrial, construction career. My future plans for our students is to make them career-minded, career-ready, that when they upon their graduation from high school, they will already have their first job in the construction industry. They'll walk right into a plant and they won't get entry-level pay. They'll get level 1 pay as a construction technology student. As they're walking into those fields with that certification, they'll get that level 1 pay experience in the field. And so this is a great opportunity for our young people to get certification right out of the box and be able to help them to be successful in the field. That's just a brief snapshot, but the video really sells it for me. And so at this time, if Ms. Sanders will run that video. If you love to build things and work with your hands, then Construction Technology course is the course for you. In this class, we focus on careers in designing, planning, managing, building, and maintaining the built environment. This program prepares students to properly and safely operate hand and power tools used in the industry. Students will also gain basic and advanced skills along with essential worker traits from instructional activities like framing walls, floors, and installing a roof. Other assignments and projects taught in the course include, but are not limited to, building storage sheds, installing electrical equipment, and plumbing, along with constructional industry, practical math, and estimating.
As a child, I always liked to build things, so I decided to take this course to learn basic construction technology skills.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Patton, for that presentation. We know Mr. Patton works real hard. It's not just about teaching the trade, it's about teaching the kids life skills, things where they will be successful in life and whatever endeavor that they decide to go into. And we definitely appreciate you for doing just that. Uh, Now we will have Miss Sanders to come and to give her presentation.
Hello, my name is Kimberly Sanders, and I am the teacher or instructor for audio video production. I've been working or teaching this class now for 5 years. However, I've been working in the field of photography and videography now for close to 15 years. And in this particular class, we work on developing skills needed for work in the field of audio video production. We like to use as a reference the online site ONET Online. That's good for this class as well as any other class. If you're trying to exactly help your child determine what course or what occupation they want to take up, that site is very, very resourceful. All they have to do is type in a general name for video production or construction technology, and it gives them hundreds of different occupations that they can choose from. In addition to that information, the students in this class are introduced to the tools that they'll use daily in whatever career they choose to work in the field of video production. We work with video cameras, we work with wireless audio for lapel mic and handheld mics. They learn about lighting to determine what type of lighting they need if they're working indoors or outdoors, as well as the different softwares. The certifications that are offered in this course are Adobe certifications through Adobe Certified Associate. The kids in this class will receive a certification for Adobe Premiere Pro, which is our video editing software, Adobe Photoshop, which is where all the graphics and stuff are created for the videos, as well as Adobe After Effects. It's for video manipulation. Some of the projects that we focus on in this class with the students are similar to what they'll actually have to encounter if they are employed in this field. We work on creating news broadcasts, commercials, music videos, public service announcements. We also do audio only projects like podcasting and radio commercials. To all of our business owners and supporters that we have out there, our students created a lot of the videos that all of the videos that you viewed today were created by the students in this class. The videos that you see during the football season and the basketball season on the Jumbotrons were created by the students in this class as well. And they're always looking for new experiences. So as a business owner, if you're interested in having a commercial created, give us a call. We'd be happy to help you out in any way that we can. I'm going to show you the video for our class, and that'll be it for me unless anyone has questions for me. All righty, here's my video. The audio video production course is focused on careers in designing, producing, performing, writing, and publishing multimedia content. Students in this class get to explore and showcase their creative side. Students will work on several audio and/or video productions created for television, entertainment, radio, entertainment, business, and/or industry. Students may concentrate on specific areas of interest such as videography, video editing, audio recording, directing, producing, on-camera talent, production management, and camera operation.
Well, I chose this class mainly because I like computers, always been involved with them. But the further I got into this class, the more I started to learn. And I'm thinking about maybe becoming a YouTuber one day, or maybe edit for like a professional broadcasting network. I don't know. Let's see where it leads me.
All right, any questions for Ms. Sanders? Okay, look, thank you, Ms. Sanders, for all that you do. We know that everything produced comes through you some way, shape, form, or fashion. We appreciate your expertise and willingness to work and help us out with everything that we need to do. Thank you so very much. At this time, we will switch over now to our welding program. Uh, Mr. Smith, Chief Smith, our welding program.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Bandy Smith. My class of study is welding technology. I actually have 20 years of experience. I was in the U.S. Navy, 20 years, retired. That's where I picked up my welding background coming out through the Navy. This is my second year here at Memorial as the welding instructor, and we have a good group of kids here. My program is through Lamar State, Port Arthur. The students, they sign up for Lamar State, their 11th grade year, and upon completion of the 11th and 12th grade year, they receive a 1-year certificate. We also do NCCR in my class, which is great for the students coming out of high school to be able to walk right into a job and a plant, and helps them get in really easy with that certification. One of 3 different styles of welding my students learn, and they learn arc welding, TIG welding, and stick weld and MIG welding. Those are 3 types that are used out in the plants in the fields. I have a lot of companies in this general Port Arthur area that are involved in the school that comes and visits the school, such as Gulf Copper, which Gulf Copper in the last 2 years have hired students straight out of high school, out of my program. Motiva, and also Total, they all give scholarships to the school for the students in this program and other programs. My students also can get their welding certification in certain positions in different types of welds if they choose to and stuff, and earn that certification also. But they definitely enjoy the one getting from Port Arthur, because once they finish 1 year here, for doing 2 years of high school, they can go to Lamar and complete 1 year and earn a 2-year associates in applied welding technology, applied welding science. If there's any questions, I can answer those now. If not, I think I have a video.
Welding is a metal fabrication what glue and nails are to carpentry. Welds hold much of our world together, from buildings, bridges, and heavy equipment to airplanes and machinery. A good weld is as strong or stronger than the base metal, and making a good weld takes a high level of skill. The welding technology program here is a 2-year program designed to help students gain the basic welding, fabricating, math, and problem-solving skills needed to qualify for entry-level employment or apprenticeship.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Smith. And to know Mr. Smith is to know that he is not just a welder, he's a jack of all trades. And when he starts something, he finishes it. And wow, I watched him do some things that I didn't know how he was going to do it. So I appreciate his expertise being on our campus. All right. Now we have cosmetology, Miss Wesley. Cosmetology.
Okay. Hello, guys. I'm Miss Wesley. I'm the cosmetology instructor, and here at the CATE Center, I'm so excited about doing cosmetology this year, and excited that you let your students and the students are here. So I'm excited that they're here and they're interested in our program. I'm gonna tell you a little bit about myself. I've been a cosmetology instructor for over 26 years. I've also been a cosmetologist for 36 years. What's so good was what I'm really excited about is that I went to school here myself. It was called Stillwell Technical Center back in the day. And so, yeah, I'm excited for being an instructor now at a place that I got my license at as well. I also want to say that, you know, I'm with my knowledge, along with my knowledge, I'm a salon owner. I also have my own tutoring, beauty tutoring concept business, is whereas a student, if they can't ever pass the test after they finish whatever state board, I do advanced concept work to help them to be able to pass the test. My plan for the cosmetology, my class, is to make sure that they, at the end of this school year, at the end of their 12th grade year, they get cosmetology license. They will be able to, with that license, they will be able to go into a salon and work full out as a cosmetologist, as a esthetician, as a nail tech, as a facial artist, a makeup artist. They will be able to do everything with this license. Also, when they come every day to class, and hopefully they come every day, when they start, each student needs to gather, as a junior student, they need to gather 500 hours. The senior student needs to gather another 500 hours, and it's a total of 1,000 hours they need at the end of the program, at the end of their senior year, to be able to get and go to state board. When we get ready to go to state board, I tutor them day in, day out to make sure that they pass. Certifications is a big plus here, and I make sure that they get it done. I'm looking forward to seeing more and more students every day. People are asking around Port Arthur and our surrounding area, how do we get our student into my child into the program? Well, I'm very interested. All they have to do is call up here, and I give them some more insight on how to get in. And then at their 10th grade year, they take a little, not really a test, but what program they need to want to be involved in. And if you pick cosmetology, we review all of the paperwork, and I make sure that they get in. So I'm excited to see your students here and see your children here, and I'll make sure that they get all the training necessary to become a cosmetologist. You told me. Okay, and at this time, guys, we didn't have any video ready, but I'm sure eventually we'll have it. I'm constantly taking pictures. The students now are doing nails, we're fixing to start on doing hair, so we're excited. Oh, and another thing, we will be, after this COVID-19, we'll be accepting patrons in, or clients in, so y'all be able to see a taste of our work. So thanks for everything.
All right, thank you, Miss Wesley. Any questions for Miss Wesley? I don't see, again, anything being posted right now. A few people watching, but we thank you for everything that you have done. She's so excited. It's her first year in, and she's doing a wonderful job. We just have to keep her calm, because she's trying to do everything we try to do our first year teaching, and it's just a wonderful thing. So thank you again, Miss Wesley, for all that you do. Now we're going to shift over to our law enforcement class. Law enforcement, Miss Dugay. Miss Dugay.
Good afternoon. My name is Angela Dugay. I do have a PowerPoint presentation to present to explain my program. This is the criminal justice law enforcement program, but we cover so much more than just that. I am a certified teacher. I have been teaching here at Memorial High School for 5 years. I have a master's in counseling. My bachelor's and my associate's degrees are in criminal justice. I do currently have 15 hours towards my master's in criminal justice, and hopefully we'll be completing that. As my experience and my job history, I am a retired probation officer for Jefferson County. I worked as a high medium risk sex offender and surveillance officer for 19 years and 10 months. While I worked there, I was also a DWI intervention instructor and administrator, and also worked as a job counselor for GTEC, which was a program that Port Arthur had. I also worked 2+ years as a caseworker 3 for the Al Price Juvenile Correctional Facility. And I bring all that experience into the classroom to prepare our students for a career in the criminal justice field. So we cover all areas, whether it's law enforcement, which will fall under public safety, correction officer, security guard, the legal system, homeland security, and the technology that goes along with each of these fields. And students learn and practice skills that can prepare them for diverse post-high school education and training opportunities, from apprenticeship to 2-year college programs and to 4-year college and graduate programs. When the kids graduate from this program, they will have basically covered everything that they would as an intro freshman. It is a fact that young people who have at least 1 year of post-high school education earn thousands of dollars more a year than someone with just a high school diploma. If you spend even 1 year or 2 years at a 4-year college or in a certification program at a technical school or in an apprenticeship after you graduate from high school, you will likely earn higher wages in the criminal justice field. So there are several courses that are areas that we work on to help prepare the students to make a decision whether to attend a 2-year or a 4-year, or to go directly from the program into the work field. I've had students that have completed the program and have gone to directly into the correctional field or into fire management. So the students learn about our Constitution and how it works with law enforcement, the legal system, and all other areas. The lessons are implemented in real world events. I'm constantly updating my lectures, my instruction, so that it can relate to real world issues, so students can understand what's going on in the world around them, and what type of individual are, if they're going to be a police officer, what type of police officer you're going to be, how do you want to help and impact the community. So also to help the kids, the practicum students normally work in the front office on shifts. We also design the parking decals. We issue parking applications and the parking decals. Students patrol the parking lot, and they also give parking violation citations. Students also interact with the fire department and the police department through their Explorers Club. But due to COVID, that has been put on hold. But after this pandemic pass, hopefully we'll be able to re-implement the programs. So this helps them gain some type of work experience. And the lessons, as I stated, are updated to reflect the changes within the state of Texas. And some of the areas that students may be interested in, and we introduce them into all these areas, from being a judge, an attorney, homeland security, paralegal, court reporters, police officers, and the list goes on. And the students get a taste of all of this. So the future goals for this program is that we're working on obtaining certification. We're looking at possibly certification as security officer, 911 operator. But the main thing that I really want for my students is for them to be able to receive college credit for the classes that they are attending. So that's another thing that we're working on. So I want to thank you for listening to my presentation, and this is my contact information. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. If not through this broadcast, then you have my contact information. Please feel free to call me with any questions or concerns that you may have. Thank you.
Right, Ms. Duguay, thank you so much for all of that wonderful information about your class. We have a few more to get through on today, and we need to make sure that we stay within our time frame as we move through so we can make it out of here on time today. Again, please don't short yourself. Get your information out. Let's just do it in a timely manner. I appreciate your help with that. Next, we'll have Ms. Gwendolyn Gray, Home Economics. Ms. Gray.
While you think I learned from the others, didn't unmute myself. Sorry about that. I'm Gwendolyn Gray, and I've been teaching in Port Arthur Independent School District for 21 years. I'm under the umbrella of Family and Consumer Science, which includes human growth and development. Their classes for the sophomores, lifetime nutrition for sophomores and juniors, and the food science classes for the juniors and the seniors. I graduated from Prairie View A&M University. I have a BS in home economics education. I'm certified in special ed and kindergarten, and I have a master's degree in education. The things that I'm looking forward to in my program is introducing the kids to different types of development. And in these courses, what we're doing, they're being offered a choice of promoting developmental psychology, and it's through our human growth and development class. They learn about human development, the different developmental stages. In lifetime nutrition, they're informed about making healthy choices and promoting wellness. And then the food science class provides instruction related to the natures of food and what causes deterioration and foodborne illnesses. This course you can get a certification, a 2-year food analyst certification through this class. If you should need to reach me, my number is 984-4072, and my email is gray@paisd.org. That's it.
Thank you, Ms. Gray. Thank you for everything. Do we have any questions? No questions. So you got off easy, Ms. Gray. Next time I'm going to write some questions for you myself.
All right.
Thank you. All right. So now we're going to move to Mr. Harper, Graphic Arts. Mr. Harper.
I'm ready.
Go right ahead, Mr. Harper.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that. Good afternoon. I'm James Harper. I teach graphic design 1 and 2 and principles of human services. I'm also the art club sponsor and have been the art club sponsor since we've been at Memorial High School. We're going to begin having our virtual meetings very shortly. And we really focus on getting art out into the community and doing community service. I think it's very important for students to be taught how to serve their fellow humankind. I have my master's in communication and business office services certification at the University of Houston. I have 10 years of experience in printing services all through Kinko's. I've been in the school district for 26 years and have taught an array of subjects and worked with hundreds of students. I graduated from Thomas Jefferson in 1980, so I'm a product of Port Arthur. In my classes, we learn all facets of art related to the business world and how you can make that your vocation or your ministry in life. I'm always looking for different internships where my students can work in local businesses in a graphic design related area or a reprographics area. We're in the final stages of working on a certification through CareerSafe, which is an OSHA-based training. And also, after 2 years in this class, students receive a certificate, and it states that they have experience in graphic design and related areas. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Harper. Thank you so much. Any questions for Mr. Harper? Okay. Mr. Harper, we thank you for what you do. Every first year teacher or anyone that moves to a new position, you present them with some wonderful artwork as a memento to remember what has happened, and we really appreciate that. I have mine on my wall, as do many of the other teachers. Thank you so much for all that you do.
Thank you.
Okay, and now we're going to have Ms. Smith, Web Design. Unmute, Ms. Smith.
And I used to be a technologist on campus. Yeah, you can go. Okay, hello, my name is Marianne Smith, and I teach web design and 3D modeling and animation. My undergraduate degree is in industrial technology, and my master's degree is in educational leadership. I worked as a draftsperson in the auto industry before moving to Port Arthur and discovering my love for teaching and education, and this is my 31st year. In my web design class, students will learn how to create a website while building skills in HTML coding, photo enhancement, and manipulation using Photoshop, and the aesthetics of creating an eye-appealing website. In 3D modeling and animation, there are two aspects. In the 3D modeling piece, students will create objects, layouts, and renderings using the app SketchUp. In the animation piece, students will explore the use of stop motion, flipbook, claymation, and digital animation to create moving images. In both of these courses, it is possible for students to receive up to 5 industry-relevant certifications. Are there any questions? If not, thank you for your time.
Thank you, Ms. Smith, for you being willing to do whatever it takes. Ms. Smith allowed me to come in and begin to work behind her, so I appreciate that. Now she's doing web design and she's taking off with that. So kudos to you, Ms. Smith, and continue doing what you do. Next, we're going to have Mr. Pete, accounting. Mr.
Hello, how you doing? My name is Alan Pete. I am the Accounting 1 and Business Information Management 1 instructor here at Memorial High School. Brief overview of my presentation. It's short. I have a section about myself. I'm gonna define accounting and business information management for you, and a little bit about the training that the students are receiving currently and that they'll receive in the future. I graduated from the University of Louisiana at Lafayette and went on immediately to earn an MBA shortly after from Southern University in Baton Rouge, and immediately entered into my educational career. Came to Texas and passed the TA Certified Teacher's Exam. and have been teaching for 5 years since, and now I am in Port Arthur in my second year, so I'm terribly excited. I have a couple of diagrams up for you on today. The very first one is the chart of accounts. I'm not sure if there's any accountants out there, but you would recognize this. The kids just finished learning about the chart of accounts, so we're terribly excited. We're moving on to key accounts and journalizing and posting. A definition, a brief definition: accounting is the process of recording financial transactions pertaining to business. The accounting process includes summarizing, analyzing, and reporting these transactions to oversight agencies, regulators, and tax collection entities. In Business Information Management 1, which is another course with a separate set of TEKS that needs to be achieved, the students implement personal and interpersonal skills to strengthen individual performance in the workplace and in society and make a successful transition to the workplace and post-secondary education. Students apply technical skills to address business applications of emerging technologies, create word processing documents, develop a spreadsheet and formulate a database, and make an electronic presentation using the appropriate software. More importantly, we do have a training program that will introduce the kids at the very first level. And the first I would like to address is the accounting program. We're using a textbook titled Century 21 Accounting General Journal by Southwestern Learning, Gibson, Lehman, and Genty. Working papers are associated with that textbook. We use all of this material by the book from chapters 1 to 22, so we have a well-trained student. It includes anchor charts, templates, key accounts, general journal transparencies, general ledger transparencies, worksheet transparencies, other supporting transparencies that are necessary for closing. And then, of course, towards the December month, we go into merchandising, which is a separate situation from accounting for a service business.
How much time is left?
Certification for the accounting program at level 1 is the QuickBooks Certified User by Pearson certification. We are going to be using the G-Matrix QuickBooks course and its practice test, and then our students will take the proctored exam that's associated with the certification. Other resources: our students will receive a 5-month student subscription from Intuit QuickBooks Online, which gives us the option to either use accountant or any other certification option, which they have an option, online option or desktop option for certification. Business Information Management, ICBE Online Text, Business Information Management 1 by Pearson is a textbook for BIM certification, Express Employment Professionals, Business Office Technology certification. Other resources: all students have access to a desktop computer here in his class with the Microsoft Office suite. And that's all I have for you. I can be contacted through LinkedIn, Twitter, email, or telephone number through the district's website. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Pete, for that information. And your presentation is very thorough, and do know that everything that we're doing on today is recorded, so it's live streamed. We'll be able to go back and look at it. I know there's some that may need to spend a little more time, but I thank you for adhering to the time that we have. We do have about 3 or 4 more to do, and we want to get through them all. Next, we're going to have Miss Oakley, business.
Thank you, Mr. Anderson. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Renee Oakley, and I am the Business and Banking and Financial Services teacher here at Memorial. I am also a product of the Port Arthur Independent School District as a top 5 graduate of Lincoln High School in 1974, of which I'm very proud. I am an alum of Lamar University with a bachelor and master's degrees in education. I am TEA certified as a CTE teacher. Prior to becoming an educator, I owned and operated Elite Business Services here in Port Arthur for 14 years. And I grew the business to employ 45 employees. And during our very best year in business, we garnered $500,000 in income. I wish I still had it. My program of study in principles of business, marketing, and finance, students are taught to apply academic knowledge and skills to a variety of relevant activities, problems, and settings in business, marketing, and finance. The students use various technology applications as an enhancement to the lessons. In the banking and finance classes, students are taught to develop skills in the economic, financial, technological, international, social, and ethical aspects of banking to become competent employees and entrepreneurs. The certifications that are available through this course include the Personal Finance Literacy Certification, which is operated by Texas Tech University, as well as Business Operations. This is my first year teaching these courses, and I'm very, very excited. We use the ICEV online program and curriculum as well, and it is very, very well laid out. Our students are excited and are learning a lot. If you have any questions, please ask. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Oakley. She always has a way of doing things that's just excellent, and I love it.
Thank
Thank
you, Mr. Anderson.
for all that you do. There are some questions I'm seeing being posted here. Some of the teachers have already gone, so if you don't mind, I'll try to ask those once we finish these last three sections toward the end of our presentation for today. So now we're going to hear from Miss Landry, Computer Science. Thank you, Miss Oakley.
Hello, my name is Shaliqua Landry. This is my third year here at Memorial High School. I currently teach 3D modeling and animation, Computer Science 1, and lastly, AP Computer Science Principles. In my AP Computer Science Principles course, those students have a chance to take the AP exam through College Board. They have to do 2 different sessions. They have to create a task, meaning they have to create either a video or create a game using code. That means they have to learn how to write script, and they get to choose whichever type of programming language, such as Python, Java, or any other type of language that they feel comfortable with. And then in May, they have to take the actual exam. If they pass the exam with a 3 or higher score, they receive college credit for that course. Also, we kind of incorporate some of the back end of programming with robotics, as well as writing script to program other things. I actually have my website up here where you can actually view some projects, because I'm gonna keep it brief and short. But some of my projects in my 3D modeling and animation class, we actually learned how to do modeling and taking the object, making it more realistic. So I'll show you briefly some of those programs. We actually start with a house project first. So as you can see, I posted that on the website. We go over the beginning on how to learn tools in order to make an object and build something from it. So I always start with this so they can actually get the foundations and they know some of the terminology as we do some more advanced things. So these are just some of the projects. They're actually posted on my website. If you go to paisd.org, you can click on schools and select MHS. And from there, you can type in my last name, which is Landry, and you can view those during your time. In my AP Computer Science Principles class, I had some students that actually built a robotic arm last year, and I have a video. Feel free to look at that. They actually showed you that it was picking up an object after they built that out of a Lego Mindstorm kit. As we move on to our computer science project, I also have videos posted. We always do an introductory in Scratch, which is block coding. So in order for the students to learn how to code, they have to understand the big idea around it. And in order for them to transition into Java and writing scripts, they have to also understand the terminology, computational thinking. And within the next 2 or 3 years, the cyber world is going to be the place to go. So this was just a brief ping pong game that I had them to create, and everyone knows how to play ping pong, so we kind of did that. But if you click on see inside, you can actually see that the kids have to actually know how to use the block codes correctly. And then at this point, it just shows this person chose the direction. Some actually had it to where it showed the score for the red paddle versus the green paddle. So that's just some examples that we are doing in class. My current certification is in business education, and right now I'm actually working on my master's in learning and technology. And then from there, I'll start working on my master's in cybersecurity, just so I can bring more to the table for my students so they can be successful in the future. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Landry. We know that a lot of times in our CATE programs, we have to come and build our programs from the bottom up. And you've done that. You're doing a great job with that. And we appreciate the work that you're doing with our kids and your diligence in making sure that it's not just the bottom of the barrel type stuff, but it's all cutting edge stuff. Thank you, thank you, thank you for all that you do. Next we're going to hear from our speech department, Mr. Christopher Thomas and Mr. Weatherly. Mr. Weatherly is going to speak for both of them for our speech department. And thank you so much for hanging with us on today.
Good afternoon, Mr. Anderson. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Rod Weatherly, and I'm going to explain the professional communication department's background. I'm also going to explain our program description and certifications that we're currently working on. My professional background includes 11 years working for the Port Arthur Independent School District in communications. I currently hold a bachelor's degree of liberal arts from Morehouse College. I have a master's degree in public relations and organizational communication from Wayne State University in Detroit, Michigan. I have a teaching certification from Lamar University, and I was a Robert Millender Fellow for Mayor Dennis Archer of Detroit. Let's look at our program description. Professional communication affects all aspects of our lives. Introductory courses in communication, especially professional communication, focuses on business communication. Students learn to communicate in a clear, courteous, concise, complete, and correct manner. And they take those skills when they leave here into industry. The competencies that we have are oral communications, written communications, interpersonal communications, technical communications, employment communications, and listening and reading skills. The overall goal of professional communication is to provide a solid communication base. Currently, the certifications that we're working on is a Business Communication 1 certification and a Business Communication 2 certification from Precision's exams. I want to thank you for your time. What questions do you have? Mr. Anderson, back to you.
Mr. Weatherly, thank you so much for everything. You know, communication is very important. One of the things that really crosses all of the boards is for individuals to be able to articulate themselves. And thank you for the work that you do, you and Mr. Thomas, on that area. Now, last but not least, we have our SAT and ACT prep, Ms. Jackie Simeon. Ms. Simeon? Are you muted?
You would think I would know better. I should know better. Good afternoon, everyone. Again, my name is Jackie Simeon. I am so pleased to be a part of the Titan family as the project-based research instructor and also SAT, ACT prep instructor. This is my second year here at Memorial High School, but my first having classes all to myself. Last year, I was a co-teacher, and this year I have classes all to myself, and I'm very, very excited about that. My experience, of course, includes TV, where I've spent the bulk of my career. I've spent more than 20 years in television news, and I'm actually still on TV. I'm on Fox 4's Daytime with Kimberly and Esteban, which is a morning show based out of San Antonio. And again, I've been with the Port Arthur Independent School District now for 2 years. I do have prior teaching experience. I've taught public speaking at Lamar Institute of Technology. I also have done work with a couple of different public affairs programs, a couple of different programs, nonprofit organizations, including Inspire, Encourage, Achieve, that being one of them. The certifications that we're working on for this class are career preparedness and professional communication, because no matter what career our students choose, they do need to be able to properly communicate. They need to be able to hold conversations. They need to be able to make it through the interview. So that's what we're doing in this class. I'm hoping to help them be a little more culturally aware as well. So we do look at news headlines. I want them to be aware of what's happening in their world. And I want them to be able to discuss it in a professional manner. I'd be happy to answer any questions that anyone may have.
Ms. Simeon, thank you so much for your presentation. Thank you so much for your expertise and all that you bring to us here at Memorial High School, and definitely for the things you brought to us in the room that we used to always meet in. Thank you so very much for those items. I always go to the store now. So this brings us to the end of our presentation. I'm going to turn this back over to Mr. Johnson. Thank you so much for your diligence. Thank you for working together. Thank you for taking the time out to do this for our community. Again, it is recorded. I'll send the links out to everyone so you can see it again if you so desire. And we really just appreciate everything that you've done. Mr. Johnson, at this time, it's on you.
And once again, thank you, Mr. Anderson, for making this day possible for all of us, you and Ms. Sanders. You guys are, you guys put it together for us. What a tremendous team that we have out here at the Korean Technology Building. And also inside of the main building, we have some excellent teachers. We are turning out the best that we possibly can in Southeast Texas, and we are preparing our students for the world. What I mean by the world is what's going on now. We're preparing them. Everybody's wearing a mask. Everybody's staying socially distanced. Even in industry that's going on right now, we are making our kids aware of those things, and we are preparing them for the world. I want to give a thanks to Dr. Portery, our superintendent, Dr. Getwood, Assistant Superintendent, Ms. Beatty, and also our illustrious leader, Dr. Mitchell, for making all this possible. And of course, all you wonderful instructors that are giving lifelong lessons. So once again, parents, thank you again for allowing your students to be a part of our success here at our Career and Technology Education Center at Memorial High School. Thank you, and have a great, wonderful, safe evening. Thank you.